Yeah. Alright guys, you know what, let's just get into the video. Let's not worry about the intro today too much, because oh boy, we've got an RNG fest upon us. But you know, at least as long as you get the starting sequence right, you have to retreat a few times to get it done, and then the rest, well, depending on, you know, how high relic your bounty hunters are, it will go. I'll show you two battles today. So one will be with Bossk lead with a slightly, you know, weaker bounty hunter squad. That's why maybe Bossk lead in that case is better because of extra survivability you get from his leadership, and then obviously from, you know, quite good high relic bounty hunters under Jango lead. Now the whole challenge today is all about speed of the enemy, which I will talk about more about later. Let's just actually start looking at modifiers as if they actually make any difference whatsoever. Remnant power, yeah, I guess some stuff. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Thrill of the hunt. Now you get 9 stacks of true defense, which you think, oh, it will make my bounty hunters very durable. No, man, the enemy will get those stacks out very quickly, but still, obviously it does help a bit. The one, probably the really cool part about this modifier today is whenever the contract is triggered, everybody from your guys will get frenzy, which will allow you to obviously then keep up with those guys and, you know, turn that tide in your favor with all those extra turns you will be getting after you trigger the contract. So that's a really cool thing there. Now the modifier, one step ahead. So that's this new modifier from Scoundrel that was replaced, I think, about a month ago with the old one that wasn't very good. This one is pretty nice. Obviously they get extra health, extra speed, extra this, extra that. The most annoying one, however, is the counter chance, because then, you know, these guys hit very hard. So if you do an AoE, you most likely will lose your character. So you have to be there careful how you putting your AoEs out. Alright, modifiers out of the way. Obviously the team here is with Dash lead. We got a Render Chewbacca. When he's prepared, he'll be reviving. We got then Han and Chewie, and probably it's really the Han and Chewie combo that makes this a little bit more complicated than it should. Because obviously both Hans will actually be guarded, so you can't stun them, you can't critically hit them, you can't daze them, so it's going to be difficult to keep these guys under control. But you know, more about it later once we get into the battle. The challenges, the actual feats for today's challenge aren't actually that difficult, but you know, hey, it's a full bounty hunter squad. You have to win with one light side and at least one dark side character surviving. With bounty hunters, obviously you throw in Mando there and Grief, so those are your 2 light side characters. So as long as one of those survives the battle, which most likely they will, you know, you will then be able to get this done. Full bounty hunter squad, and then, you know, scoring 3 critical hits in a row isn't all that challenging. So at least the actual feats themselves are not that hard. It's only the speed from the enemy is absolutely ridiculous. I'll show you 2 battles as mentioned before. So first one will be with Bossk lead with a slightly weaker bounty hunter squad. Now my Bossk here, as you can see, he's at 330 speed, and even under Jango lead when his speed was at 360, it wasn't enough that he went first. Dash goes first, looks like, no matter what. I tried to put my best speed set on here that I think I got Bossk to like 344, and under Jango's lead where his speed would be 374, still didn't go first. So I don't know what kind of god tier mods you have to be able to go first. So you can just forget about going first and obviously take those first few hits. Bossk, obviously, he's if you do have slightly lower relic bounty hunters, he's very good because it'll give you a little bit extra defense when you have protection. And to get his contract, you have to deal damage to the weakest enemies 10 times. Now, because they don't have any tanks in there, actually this contract in this case is quite easy to trigger. It's just mass assist from Bossk, mass assist from Grief, and your contract is triggered. You just have to survive long enough. So at least, you know, they don't have like L3 in there, because that would make it much harder with Bossk lead. Up next, here is Gear 12 Jango. That's why I said here are slightly you know, weaker bounty hunters. That's why I'm going here with Bossk lead. Just put some offense set on him. Maybe he can do some damage at Gear 12. I'm not sure. His basic there, obviously, to debuffed enemies will attack twice, and then his unique will prevent revives whenever Jango defeats them during enemy's turn. So that's how you can get around their vendor's revive as well. Grief, very fast, 334. I also made him as fast as I could there. Yeah, he's obviously there, very good. He's got this mass assist together with Bossk that should trigger a contract. He's got a dispel and heal ability, which you will need. And then his basic, can daze, which will help stop those counterattack that enemies will be putting out on you. Mandalorian again, lots of speed on him as much as I could, 313. He's relic 1, at least, he's relic, but not high relic. And obviously once he gets his payout, he gets his disintegrate. And that's how you'll be able to start actually winning the battle. And then also he's got this turn meter gain going, but you will have to remember, to get your contract you have to attack the weakest enemy, and that will be Han. Han will be guarded, so you can't critically hit him. So this bonus turn meter from Mandalorian is unique. In this opening sequence will really not help you outrun the enemy. Finally bringing Boba as well, his execute there obviously prevents revives as well. He's got an AoE with ability block, so this will be crucial to land an ability block on dash, so you stop him from using his AoE when he gets his next turn. In terms, mods again, just try to throw as much speed on these guys as I could, and oh boy, an enemy was still running circles around me, it feels like it. Alright, let's hop in a battle. Now what you want to do is keep restarting the battle until Dash opens up with his basic attack. If he opens up with his AoE, you will lose, so just retreat. Alright, one mass assist on Han. Let's just do another mass assist over there. Perfect. We all get frenzy now from our player modifier. And now I will land ability block over on Dash. That's fine. Boba's done his job. He ability blocked him. Disintegrate their Chewbacca, so obviously then both Hans lose guard on them, so you can now critically hit them, you can daze them, you can stun them. So just going after OG Han first. It seems like he's a bigger threat, so just go ahead, put a stun on him. Okay, and just keep going. Let's call here Jango for assist. Remember, he will double tap on debuffed enemies. Okay, perfect. Let's just heal up now. And then here, just basics. I don't want to get too many counterattacks here. Again, put a taunt tap, basic over there. There we go. Almost another disintegrate online. Perfect. And I'll just take out now Dash before he uses his AoE. That's why, landing that ability block with Boba on him was important, so he wasn't able to get his AoE out before we got another disintegrate online. Okay, and just keep pushing here, going after Han. Now you have to obviously watch out there, Vander. He's got prepared on him, so if you take out any of the Hans here, he will revive them. But obviously you can make use of Jango here. Obviously if Jango defeats them during his turn, which, if this would be Relic Jango, probably we would have there defeated Han, but my Gear 12 Jango just didn't do enough damage. It will prevent revives, so in the meantime there's no point trying to go after Han. There I made a little bit of misplay. Probably my Jango would have been able there to finish off Han there and prevent his revives. But we've got another disintegrate coming online soon anyways. Okay, let's do a few hits over there. Okay, so let's see if we can take out Han finally. Oh, there we go. Preventing revives because of that Zayt on Jango is unique. Another disintegrate, take care of Vander Chewbacca, and now just down to young Han Solo. So there you go. Once you get that opening sequence, that Dash obviously starts with his basic instead of his AoE, you can get your things going and, quickly tear this team apart. Now, so as you can see, this completed all the feats in a single battle. No issues apart from losing Boba, I guess. So you do have now, as mentioned before, another battle under Jango lead. So this is from a different account where the bounty hunters are higher relic. So got relic 7 here on Jango. And in this case, you can try to do Jango lead as well, see what works for you. And to get a contract going, we do need to damage the debuffed enemies 20 times. That's why I'm bringing here Zam, because she's very quick, so she can get out, spread those thermal detonators, then she can hit them, gain lots of bonus turn meter. And then once you do your AoEs, you can damage more enemies and things like that. So hopefully Zam there will really help you to get your contract trigger here. So you can see pretty good speed on these guys all across, and even adding plus 30 speed from Jango's unique was nowhere near close to outrun Dash. And this is going to be same as in battle number 1. You will want to keep retreating until Dash opens up with a basic attack. That's why it's a bit of an RNG fast this time. There we go. Okay, basic, perfect. Zem gets a turn. Let's get those thermals going, and let's just go ahead now and do a mass assist on Chewbacca. Perfect, got a stun on him, and because Zem there proc the thermal detonator, it gave her 100% her meter, so she can now keep going around, proccing those thermal detonators, damaging debuffed enemies, helping you get to your contract much faster. Let's get attacks over there on Chewbacca again, and here I'll just do burning, so we damage multiple targets. Perfect, 95% contract. This should trigger it now. Nice. Contract triggered, so when now bounty hunters under Jango, when they get a turn, they will all gain bounty hunters resolve, even their Bossk as well as Zem. Disintegrate dash as always, so he doesn't use his AU when he gets a turn. Now we can just go around, going after Vander Chewbacca, stun him as well, take care of Chewbacca number 1. So you can see with, high relic tier bounty hunters, Jungle Lead actually in one way makes it easier. Just because of the, bounty hunters resolve, extra damage, extra speed, and Zem here really helps you charge up that contract in beginning very quickly. Once she does her thermal detonators, and then you're pretty much good to go when she's getting all those turns whenever she's proccing thermal detonators with her basic. And that's pretty much here finished. I might lose there, Mandalorian. Oh, I will not actually. Grief saved him, and he did have bounty hunter resolve anyway. There we go. Relic 7 Jango obviously doing a lot more damage than Gear 12 Jango did in the first battle. And now it's just a case of cleaning up here. Obviously, if Vander Chewbacca there, he does get prepared. He would revive Young Han if we take him out. But obviously we do have here ways to prevent revives with Jango, as well as disintegrate from Mandalorian. Alright, there we go. Mass assist here. Boom. Come on. Almost got him. More thermals. Mass assist. Boom. And let's just go ahead. Slow this down, because oh boy, this was painful. Let's just enjoy this last shot. Boom. There goes Young Han. There we go. These are the two teams that I was able to get this done. As mentioned before, it's all about that RNG factor. I think I needed to restart about, I don't know, 10 or 11 times that I got it done the first time, and then I think about 5 or 6 more times that I also aligned up this second battle. So overall, is even though it sounds like, oh boy, it's a lot of restarting and retreating, it's actually not that bad. But obviously once you do get that RNG, that dash opens up with a basic. Obviously you still have to get that contract as quickly as possible, and then obviously disintegrate Chewbacca first, and then you can go after Han and dash and things like that. Alright guys, hopefully this video will help you a little bit battle the RNG factor today. It's huge, absolutely huge RNG mess. So anyway, thank you for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.